have you had like a weird cold-ish thing?
Yeah, I've been fucked up with bad sinus drainage and a throat that won't stop for a while.
Okay, then it's not just me, because like literally every morning I wake up, my throat's dry, my nose is dry, I'm coughing up shit, and it's just like, it's so
everything
obnoxious.
hurts, yeah.
Do you think that's a temperature change?
You know, I do.
Okay.
All right, we had some contention with regular guests on this show, Creep It Real. We had some contention with people that haven't lived in the hard north. They thought it was gully water.
Gully water?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure, like hogwash bullshit.
Oh, okay.
They thought it was malarkey.
Yeah.
That temperature change causes sickness. But now that both of them live here, I think they're starting to come around.
Yeah, it's a weird phenomena.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I always thought like it was, like when I got sick, it was the melting of the snow, kicks up the allergens or whatever, then that's bothering me.
All that mold comes out again.
Yeah,
just like what they're worried about in the permafrost in Siberia. That's what I think on a smaller scale.
Do you think they get seasonal depression and seasonal sickness in Siberia?
No, I think it's terrible gases released by monsters that have been frozen in the ice for thousands of years.
I thought they were like cloning mammoths.
They're working on it.
Okay, they're
to
working
eat that
on
vegetation. Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if they'll ever actually get it up and running.
That would be fucking crazy if they made mammoths again.
Just want to have like war mammoths again.
Yeah, that'd be all right. I don't know if there ever were any, but in the video games I've played, there have been.
Pretty fucking sweet. What is? I'm trying to think of a game where they had mammoths. I was thinking that one where you're like that. It's like an ancient world where robots took over and you have a bow and arrow. What the hell was that fucking game?
Beyond Two Souls. No.
I think
it was on PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
It was like the big girl. One. Yeah, big game.
It was
Horizon.
Yeah, maybe it was Horizon Zero Dawn. Is that it? I think it is Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think so.
And I remember I bought it when it was like dirt fucking cheap, and because I want to see what all the hype was about. And it's like, it's fun, but I don't like games where it's like too much stealth and it's too reliant on hitting critical spots and enemies and all that shit. Sometimes I just want to just fuck them up and be done with it.
Yeah, I don't want to like twitch precision aim, especially not with a goddamn controller.
No.
I hate to be that guy, but if I'm going to play a shooter game, I really would like mouse and keyboard.
It's much more effective.
It's just, using a controller is like trying to play a shooter with Vicodin or something. It's just ridiculous.
I feel like most other games can be played with a controller, minus maybe like MMOs or shooters.
Sure. Or RTSs. You can't really play those with a controller.
Even playing Diablo with a controller is kind of weird.
Yeah, you can do that roll thing, which is pretty cool on console.
I think it's a little overpowered because you literally don't get hit at all.
Yeah, you just roll through everything.
I can't wait till that fourth one comes up, but I think it'll still be like 2 years. 2 years yet.
And then 2 years before the expansion that makes it good.
True. Okay, what did they say that one is going to be like? It wasn't going to be like a traditional Diablo. It was going to be like...
phone game.
No. How did they explain? They compared it to another game.
Not Torchlight, I hope.
No. I mean, that game wasn't that bad.
That game's great, but it's just Diablo 2.
I think it's Diablo 1.
Yeah.
Because it's made by those people.
It is.
But I remember that. I remember playing through it when it was on, like, what? Does Xbox even do the arcade shit? Do they even do that anymore?
I don't think so. I don't have an Xbox. So
all I ever see is ads for, like, the pay whatever money and you can play 360 games or whatever that shit is.
Right.
But anyway, I remember getting through that entire game, and then it's like, the end game is to kill your character, upgrade the weapon you had, and then start a brand new game. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
I think I'll put it down here.
I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I really wanted to try, what's the big one now? What's a really big game like that? Everybody plays it.
Ultimate General Civil War. No,
Is that really a game?
Yeah, that's my favorite game.
What happened to the other one you were playing?
What other one?
Where you were like an Irish conqueror or whatever.
Oh, Crusader Kings 2?
Yeah, Crusader
Yeah, I bounce
King.
back and forth.
Okay.
Sometimes I need to fight. Sometimes I need to be general. Oh, okay. So real quick, I had never played through the Ultimate General Civil War as the Confederates because I hate the Confederacy. I hate the argument for states' rights. That I believe their cause was to keep men in bondage. That is the Confederates. I don't blame the soldiers. They were all drafted. They didn't own any slaves. They just had to fight for the country that said that they were in that country. So I played the Confederates, and I named my General Racist.
Okay.
And I named my brigade the Dirty Racists.
Okay.
So the Dirty Racists ride into battle. Unfortunately, that game is very, very hard as the Confederacy. You run out of money, troops, and guns real quick.
Is it beatable, though?
It's beatable. I just have to be a better strategist. Sometimes I send entire brigades to their death as they get flanked to death because I overextend my line.
So you really like these really, really complicated, like, risk-type games?
Yeah.
Is that what it is, kind of?
This is kind of like... this is like an RTS. StarCraft or something.
Okay, alright.
But it's a huge scale. Like, you're playing the Battle of Gettysburg, you have to control a shitload of divisions, plus all the artillery and the cavalry and everything.
They should make, like, a Civil War surgeon simulator.
I'd do it. I'd play it.
That sounds like a good game.
I want more Civil War anything.
It was, we were talking about New Vegas, and I got to that point where it's like you have to diagnose people. It's just like, okay, treat this trooper. All right, I don't have medical skill high enough, so I just found a bunch of shit laying around. And it's like, okay, I can cure him now. And it's like, it morphs to the next frame, and all of a sudden he has one leg. He has no arms. It's like, yeah, he almost died during surgery, but at least he's going to make a full recovery. Like, I don't know. Maybe not the greatest surgery here.
I don't know if that's considered a full recovery.
Well, you can put full recovery if you don't die. That's the benefit there. God, I'm still thinking of that goddamn game. Is it Pillars
of Eternity?
Yes. I thought that game looked cool, but then I saw how complicated it is. Have you ever looked at, like, the leveling up map? Remember, is it Final Fantasy X that has the little dots?
The sphere grid?
That's like hundreds of them on there.
Oh, actually, I have. I remember hearing this podcast called Two Best Friends Podcast, and they were talking about how insane it is.
I don't need that. I just want to kill stuff and be done with it.
That's it. And I want to get my gear so it's orange gear, and sometimes it's glowing orange gear, and that's even better.
I mean, I think it's a free game, but maybe you have to pay for the expansions or some shit like that.
D4 or Pillars?
No, Pillars. Something like that.
Well, let's look at it. Maybe we can stream it or something.
Have you ever played Superpower?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Phil really likes Superpower. Actually, I'm going to tell a funny story about Phil.
What is Superpower for the layman and me?
It's like a risk game where I don't know, I've watched him play it once. Basically, you pick a country, you try to take over the entire world, but it's not like troops, it's like kind of like a risk type game.
Like diplomacy kind of?
Kind of, yeah. I don't think it's quite as intricate as like Crusader Kings and stuff, but...
what's it on?
PC.
Can you get it on Steam?
I'm sure you can. I think he still plays it.
All right.
But anyway, so
Phil, get at me.
So
I'll tell him.
He'll tell you all. But he loves those games. But anyway, I was going through my computer desk upstairs, looking at all the old fucking disc games and whatever, and I come upon a set of them that I think are his from when he used to live here. So I'm looking through it, and it's all these random ass games in different cases where they're supposed to be. Then they have this like Star Wars Galaxy Fighters 2-disc game set or something, right? Open it up. There is a blank CD in there, and the third disc for some game I've never even heard of. So I was like, Phil, why did you put these in here? I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know why these are in here. Where are the Star Wars games? I don't know where the Star Wars games are. It's just like, Okay, you got the third disc. Where are the other two? I don't know.
Did you pop the blank CD and anything to see what it was? You have to.
I just threw it in the fucking garbage, man. I'm just like, it could have been porn on there. I don't know.
Probably.
That was a classic back in high school. You hide your porn on a blank disc because nobody's going to look on there.
What are they going to do? They're not going to pop it in a DVD player or a computer.
I remember this one kid I went to school with. He was at the time he was really good with computers, so he used his parents' computer, loaded it all up with porn, then he hid the files in like a README, or was it a view only file, or README only file or something. So you had to type in a password in a certain folder to get him to pop up, so his mom could never find it.
That's so smart. That's better than the old solution, which was just make a folder called Poland and put it all in there. Because who's going to open a folder called Poland?
Maybe a Nazi would. Or maybe could be, a Polish man was.
Like, ooh, the plans.
So are you saying that was your secret folder?
I'm saying Poland was a good one. Or also Metal Gear videos. I had a folder called Metal Gear videos.
I promise it's not hentai, Mom.
And it had nothing to do with Metal Gear, I swear.
I just imagine if we had access to like flash drives then. God, life would be so much easier.
No shit.
I can still remember having to ask people to burn porn onto CDs for me and then reload them up. MILF Hunter, that was a big one back then.
Oh, man.
Some of the
those guys were everywhere.
I wonder if that guy's still even alive. The MILF Hunter guy.
I don't know. There was MILF Hunter. There was like Couples Do Porn. God, I remember
College Fuckfest.
Oh, College Fuckfest was
I think that might actually still be around. I could be wrong, but I think that might still be around.
Maybe in Legacy. maybe another production company picked up the IP.
You know what I wanted to ask you? We were talking about last week.
Hey everybody! This is Between the Bumbles, by the way, real quick. Jordan's not here. He bailed like a little baby.
We were talking about Rose and Ponzi being in love, and I think he got in love, and he's like, I need to go see my wife.
I must go be with her now and rip her off.
I got to serenade her with a mandolin and get the fuck out of here.
No, I don't blame him. Sometimes you just got to go.
It's true. It's fine. It's kind of late right now anyway.
It is. But, we started late, I would say. I don't care. I got nowhere to be. Guess what? Turns out it's Saturday night.
I said what? We're kind of... I think in my mind I'm kind of delaying the inevitable. By the time this comes out, we will probably be upset about the events that transpired at Sunday at noon.
Oh, yeah. So, the Vikings are slated to lose against Sean Payton and his vaunted New Orleans Saints.
I like the underdog angle, though. I don't know, something about that just has me itching because... I don't know why. When the Vikings are underdogs, they always seem to be like, have a little fight in them.
Vikes are underdogs always against the Saints, in my opinion.
But I'm saying any game where they're underdogs, when they're too highly praised, then they're like bad.
They melt.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Are you seeing all this shit about either firing Zimmer or trading him to the Cowboys?
You can trade coaches?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Remember when John Gruden? Yeah, he won the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. He was traded from Oakland Raiders.
Wow.
So, yeah, you can trade coaches. I think you can trade anybody you want to.
Trade my medical officer or whatever. My massage man. Okay, that's... I don't think that's a good idea at all. But...
I love him.
How long are you supposed to give a coach... before you move on and try and let somebody else run a new scheme?
I think it's like, are you, as Vikings fans, obviously we've endured a lot of really bad teams.
Yeah.
I feel like we forget that he's taken them to the playoffs, I thought it was like 4 or 5 out of the 6 years he's been here.
Definitely.
And he's only had one losing record, which was his first year. And, I feel like that's a good feeling when you know your team most of the time is playing in January. Now, if they can actually do something with that, that's much different. But, just the fact that you don't have to just imagine being like a Browns fan or like
Oh, I know.
Bengals fan or like,
Being a perpetual gatekeeper, which is what we've been for the last 5 years now, it's fine. At least you get to watch playoff football and root for somebody, but you got to have that championship, right? And really, and the only time you're an effective coach is when you win a championship. But
a lot of those guys are like they win one and then they just kind of vanish off the face of the,
later,
like they catch lightning in a bottle. And
like
they
Jeff
get there.
Fisher.
Well, he got to a Super Bowl. He just didn't win it. But then again, Sean McVay got to a Super Bowl. He didn't win it. Who else? Doug Peterson, probably the same thing. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people like that.
Bud Grant.
Bud Grant. That's what I wanted so bad. We were joking here when the Bills were playing. I'm like, I want Vikings-Bills Super Bowl because they're both 0-4. Someone has to win the damn game, okay? I don't know who, but someone's got to win the fucking game.
Oh, God. I don't think there's a way this can end in a tie, so there must be a winner.
I would love to see a Super Bowl where it's like 8 overtimes because nobody can score.
It would be the 0-4 Bills versus the 0-4 Vikings.
Say, fuck it. We'll just declare we split the trophy.
Cut the Lombardi in half.
No, what I wanted to ask you was we were talking about the new Grudge movie.
Yes.
And I completely forgot that it was a Sam Raimi movie.
The original one?
No, the
new one?
Yeah.
Well, great.
Because I know you like him.
I'm a huge Raimi fan.
I think I've came around on him. I know he's had a couple duds. But
did you watch Drag Me to Hell yet? Rewatch it?
I never rewatched it.
You need to.
I need to.
Pronto. It's definitely, as far as inventive, great horror movies, this is the proto to great movies like Us and Midsommar and Hereditary.
I was listening kind of in depth about the first Evil Dead on a podcast, and like a lot of stuff starts clicking in your head. And apparently, like the tree rape scene.
Yeah.
In the other one, apparently he says he wishes he never put that in there.
Does he?
Yeah, and I guess I didn't remember, but the remake or whatever, which isn't a bad movie, put that in there too for no reason. But yeah, I didn't know that it was Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, and Sam Raimi's brother. They were like 3 friends, made Evil Dead, kind of a low budget movie, and they're like, holy shit, took off. And then they had to remake it in Evil Dead 2 because they didn't have the rights to Evil Dead, their own movie.
So good.
Yeah, but it's great. I hear a lot of people saying Bruce Campbell, like they like him, but he's not the greatest actor.
He's not.
Unless he's like in that Evil Dead role.
If you need a campy dude, Bruce Campbell's your guy, but if you're looking for a Shakespearean actor, I wouldn't pick Bruce Campbell. No. You need a campy guy that can deliver lines and consistently be funny. That's your man.
Yeah. Have you ever seen
Bubba Hotep?
Who directed that?
I don't know.
That I feel like it was someone kind of famous who directed that.
It's good though.
I haven't watched it. It's Bruce Campbell playing
Elvis,
right? At retirement home Elvis or something.
Yeah.
God, what was I just thinking about? Oh, okay. You've seen the newer Dawn of the Dead, right?
Yeah.
Have you watched the really old one?
The 1967?
Somewhere in the
black and white?
No. You're thinking of Night of the Living Dead.
I am thinking of Night of the Living Dead. The shopping mall.
Yeah, the shopping mall.
Yes, definitely.
So it's free on YouTube. I rewatched it. What a fucking awesome movie.
Isn't it? It's like
so
it has everything you need for a horror movie. All the characters are there. Every morality choice is defined. It's really good.
I feel like Dennis Nielsen would have the biggest fucking heart on from all the talc powder all over those people. His face is just gray and blue makeup on the zombies, and it's just like, oh god, man, we've came a long way from that.
Certainly.
I was actually looking up because I think that as far as I know, a lot of really old movies they run out of. What is it? Like either nobody owns the rights or they run out of the rights or something, and then they
become royalty free or whatever.
Yeah, then they can put them on YouTube. So there's a lot of really good old
Terminator 1 free on YouTube.
Is it really? Wow, that's crazy.
I consider that a perfectly paced movie.
You think so?
I think that movie, there's no opportunity for you to get bored in Terminator 1.
Okay, so a lot of people, first question, a lot of people are either, much like Alien or Aliens, people are Terminator or T2, which one they like better.
Mm-hmm.
So which one are you on?
Terminator 1.
Terminator
Yeah,
1.
I think that's a great movie.
Now, would you consider not T2, T1 a horror movie?
No.
Okay, some people put that in that category, but T2 is definitely not.
No. I could see,
It's kind of like a sci-fi-ish.
a sci-fi slasher,
Yeah.
sort of unstoppable Michael, Jason Voorhees kind of character, but I don't know. I just think it's a rad-ass time travel, sci-fi, cyberpunk movie.
I'm curious why the guy who comes back and like falls
Kyle
in love
Reese.
with is Kyle Reese.
Yeah.
They don't mention in the later movies that that's John Connor's dad at all, right?
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, Terminator 2 they do.
Do they?
And
Okay.
in 3 they do. I know it's a big plot point.
I feel like I don't remember him being brought up at all in number 2.
Yeah.
But the reason I mention that is because a lot of people say Alien, 100% horror movie. Aliens, definitely not.
Yeah.
So I think people kind of do that with T1 and T2. So
Alien is a better movie.
you think so?
I do.
I thought you were big on the Cameron one.
I am big on the Cameron one, but I fucking love Alien. I think that's really, really scary.
Have you noticed that the cat's in every single one?
Bootsy, right?
Bootsy.
No. Yeah.
Is that what
No,
it-
not Bootsy. I'm thinking of
No.
Bootsy Collins.
It has like a really generic name.
Not Pussy. No, that would be too easy.
No, I think it has like a generic like person's name.
I thought it was Bootsy.
Maybe it is Bootsy.
Maybe it's not.
It looks
Bootsy.
like fucking Barb upstairs. I remember that.
Yeah.
I love when the android gets killed and it's just like tubes and like this shitty like
Milk
fat
and mayo.
looking shit. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Max was telling me about how they did that, and that it was like mayonnaise and water and milk all mixed together.
Ooh.
And apparently it was like 12 hours where they were just pumping that through the hose
Ooh.
over and over.
I mean, it looks absolutely disgusting.
It's abhorrent.
I don't know what sort of hydraulic fluid would be ran off mayonnaise.
I'm just glad they have it in every one of the movies, though. Like every time the android's killed, it's that same fluid. Even all the way up to Prometheus.
Looks a lot better in Prometheus,
Definitely.
though. But I get it. What year was Aliens? That was 70s, right?
Alien 1 was 78, I want to say.
Okay.
And then Aliens was, 95 or something? 90? Or am I wrong?
Aliens had to be in the 90s, I think.
I think so.
It's got not borderline CG in it, I think. From
Yeah,
like
it's
the
got
robot,
like PS1 seat.
The robot arms and shit.
That's awesome, though.
That is awesome. You know what's funny? I didn't realize, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think Ridley Scott, basically that was his only good movie he's done.
You think so?
I mean, what else has he done? I think his brother
Tony Scott.
is a director, and I think he's done.
Well,
he's done
R.I.P.
a lot of big
R.I.P.
movies, though.
Top Gun.
Yeah, but I think he did. He has quite a
Prolific
selection behind him.
career.
Yeah, I don't think from what I've heard, Ridley Scott, like outside of Alien, I don't think he's killed it.
And mostly Alien was because of H.R. Geiger. Or Giger, however you want to
Wait,
pronounce
who's
it.
that?
The guy, like the art director, the guy that made
Ah,
the Xenomorph and
oh, he designed it.
all of that stuff.
That
yeah.
wasn't Ridley Scott, huh?
No.
You know what? Sometimes I swear those movies like that, it's always the guy you don't know about who really should be credited with the brilliance of that stuff.
And I would like to thank H.R. Giger and the movie Alien for inspiring Japan to make Contra and Metroid and everything like that.
Wait, he did.
Well, I mean, it's all based off of Giger art, basically.
Do you remember when Ninja Turtles put basically the Xenomorphs in their game? What did they call them?
Mecha... Mechamorphs or something.
They were yellow or something?
Yep.
They always jumped out of the fucking water. Come on.
I was like, why is Alien in this arcade Ninja Turtles game? This is weird.
Turtles in Time, I think.
Yeah?
God, I love that game.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I'd love to get that cabinet. When I was at Micro Center getting that laptop, I saw one of those little cabinets, like you were talking about your friend has.
Vance?
They're pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome. And if you do what Vance did and mod them to play everything, then it's even better.
For a man of your stature, are they too small?
Way too small.
Okay.
One person... Okay, so what we have to do at Vance's is one person sits at the arcade, even though there's 2 spots at it. One person sits at the arcade, and then the other person's on the couch playing it on the TV. Since he has it routed to both inputs.
Okay.
Because he's crazy. Vance is insane and just knows how to do this kind of stuff.
I feel like he wants to have like a whole like tech house.
Yeah.
Like
you ever seen the Disney Channel movie Smart House? Or whatever it's called? I can't remember.
When I think of a smart house, I either think of the Gremlins dad, the Invention House, or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids dad.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
My man.
With our whole house is just weird gadgets. Maybe that could be Vance.
Yeah. Or Stu Pickles.
Did he have an advanced house?
He was an inventor. That's all I remember.
I feel like the Rugrats kids were just kind of like your normal family. Like Stu, I don't know what he did.
He was in the basement all the time inventing stuff. And
like
the mom was Jewish, so Tommy was Jewish.
I feel like the dad definitely could have been like a closet alcoholic, maybe slightly abusive.
He looked rough all the time.
How about Chucky's parents? I think they just might have been like closet murderers or cannibals.
The mom was dead.
Oh, she was dead.
Yeah, he was, and the dad was always trying to find a date or love or whatever.
Okay, all right. So Chucky, yeah, he okay. Was Phil in the other one?
Phil and Lil?
Yes.
Their mom was that big woman. She was like a big, powerful woman, and their dad was like a spineless little guy. I think.
Okay. What, Angelica? Did she have a...
Yeah, she had a mom and dad.
Okay.
The mom, and they lived in a big house, and the mom was like a drunk kind of, like an inattentive mother. And then the dad was always at work, I think. And got her the newest Cynthia toys.
Who the fuck was Cynthia?
She was the doll.
I remember Reptar. I don't remember Cynthia.
She was Angelica's doll. Like, Tommy had Reptar. Angelica had Cynthia.
Oh, man. Why are we talking about Rugrats?
It was good. The theme song was done by the guy, Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo.
Really? Devo. Okay, I haven't heard Devo in a while.
I love Devo.
Okay, he was the one hit wonder, wasn't he?
Devo?
Devo, yeah.
You know the band Devo?
Yeah.
No.
No?
They had
a lot of hits?
A 1 billion hits.
Okay.
A shitload of hits. What song? I bet you're thinking of Whip It, right?
Was that them?
Yeah.
Did they do a song about Taco Bell? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Combination Pizza Hut, Taco Bell. That's not them.
No, there's one that's like Fire in the Taco... Fire in the Disco, Fire in the Taco Bell.
I don't know I don't believe that's them. I'm not sure, but no.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else then.
Panic at the Disco?
No, I don't. That's some shit Jordan would listen to.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
'Cause that's an emo band, isn't it?
I don't know. I know, as far as emo bands, I know Take Me Back Someday. Anarchy Reigns. No, that's a punk band.
Don't know who they are.
My Chemical Romance.
You know, it was kind of cringy. This podcast that I really like listening to about horror movies. The girl is, probably, I would assume, late 20s. She was talking about what a big MCR fan she was in high school. She was going through all the records and saying you have to listen to the early records and blah, 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 and how sexy all the members are, and she wishes they would get back. And I'm just like...
Oh, are they broken up?
Yeah. They're dead. They're broken up. Not dead, but they're broken up. Yeah, Jordan told us they were broke up, but I think...
Did he?
Yeah, I think they might reconnect, kind of, maybe, if we cross our fingers, I guess, and ask Jesus.
This is going to be a controversial opinion, but the Eagles suck. The band, the Eagles, not the football team. I was
going to say your house is going to be covered in Crisco.
But they had their reunion tour was called the Hell Freezes Over Tour, because when they broke up, they said the next time we'll get together is when Hell freezes over. So I always thought that was kind of cool.
Okay.
MCR could spin that angle if they wanted to.
I don't know if they did if they had anything that clever.
Oh, they came back before?
No, I'm just saying I don't think they could come up with, like, a band reunion with a clever deep dig like that somewhere.
It would be like the Black Parade 2.
The tear ducts suck my eye tears back. I don't know.
I got another emo band for you. Kill Switch Engage.
Okay, that's an emo band.
Is it?
No, they're new metal, I think.
Oh, but like late new metal. Like at the end of new metal, weren't they?
I would say they're like, okay, I'd consider them heavier than like,
Shine Down.
Well, like probably Slipknot, Korn and all them.
Heavier than them?
Yeah, they were in that middle ground between like that big hardcore metal uprising back then and then like new metal. They're like in that weird foreground there. Like Shadows Fall, do you remember them?
Yeah.
I would say they're kind of along that lines. Was another big band from back then.
Dillinger Escape Plan? I don't know anything about them.
I kind of like them, but they're really weird. They're big on like the instrument distortions and stuff like that.
I like that.
Where you play a normal song, and then all of a sudden it would just like completely change to a different rhythm and everything, then come back to the old song. It was kind of neat. Like it's a very unique sounding music, but it's kind of cool. I bet you'd probably like it.
I bet I would. I think the only reason I didn't like it is because somebody we used to work with named Ryan. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah.
He loved them, and he also liked Bullet for My Valentine and stuff like that, and he got a Bullet for My Valentine tattoo. And I figured anybody that likes that kind of stuff, I do not like what they like.
I would say they're way different than Bullet for My Valentine.
Good. I hope so.
Way different. I would say they are more like... Because I think one of the lead singer or someone was in one of the more prominent hardcore bands before he went to that band. But I don't remember. Maybe like a Demon Head or some... I don't... Jordan would probably know. But yeah, they're definitely not like Bullet for My Valentine.
Okay, good. Is that an emo band?
I think so.
I know they sounded like that.
I don't remember. I remember our friend Casey really liked, the guy had like a really screechy voice. It's like, something for blood.
Oh.
Like the first, spill the blood, all of our blood, or something like that. Does this sound familiar?
Yeah.
Like the guy had like a really like high-pitched voice. I can't think of the fucking name for him. I remember Casey fucking loved him. I was just like, Jesus, this guy is fucking annoying.
Yeah, too annoying. I can't remember who it is now though. You know, it's not great.
When I first moved to the Twin Cities, I remember, and I was in college, and they kind of had that like Sublime kind of hip pseudo new neo hippie movement or whatever.
The ska movement.
Yeah, and everyone was listening to Of a Revolution. Do you remember them?
Yes.
Man, you like OAR, man.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's even worse when they abbreviate shit.
Have you heard of that band? We're probably gonna get hate for this, but have you ever heard of that band? God damn. Yikes. I was just...
Have you ever heard of a band called The Spill Canvas?
No.
Okay.
No, is it bad?
Oh my god. Do me a favor tonight when you lay your head down to sleep.
Give it a gander.
Load up some proto-hipster garbage called The Spill Canvas.
What was the band that Chase always used to say was like the worst hipster band?
Oh, hipster Metallica was Neutral Milk Hotel.
Yeah, Neutral Milk Hotel. I've still yet to listen to a song. Me neither. But I think I should fire one up and give it a listen.
Also Trampled by Turtles. But
everybody knows that.
I don't. Do they? What do they do? Like
folk music.
Okay.
I think they're from Minnesota. I think that's why everybody around him likes them. But it's the Lumineers type music, and what was the other one that sounded exactly like Mumford and Sons?
Oh gosh.
It's basically, I think,
more like
it's that.
mumble and crap.
I remember when Shitburger, he was he always played country, especially racist country, and then he's like, "Oh man, my girlfriend made me the CD. It's really good." And then puts in like Mumford and something like, "Oof, please turn it off now."
Makes sense that Shitburger would be trapped in like a time where people still burn CDs.
He really liked Trampled by Turtles.
Oh no,
He did. I remember that. He said, "I'm not into hipster music, but I really like Trampled by Turtles."
And with that bombshell, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of Between the Bumbles. We will see you all next. We'll see you on Sunday for another brand new episode of the Bumblebutt Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. See you later.